Hi everyone, this is going to be a bit of a spontaneous and shorter video, but I wanted to come on today and talk about a sign, I would say the number one sign that someone is connected to you on a deep soul level, and also that they are capable of traveling through timelines with you. When we talk about a timeline, we're talking about a version of yourself. Of course, it's always you at the core as a soul, as an energy, but that soul or energy can manifest itself in different physical ways or experience different physical realities or dimensions that we refer to as timelines based on the frequency that you consciously connect with in your human form and how aligned that really is with you at that pure core soul level. The more aligned you are with your own soul on that core level, the more magnificent of a physical manifested reality, or as we say, a higher timeline you will experience. And the more people you will connect with who carry a similar core soul frequency, because you will be showing up more consciously in that frequency and energy, so they can more easily sense and feel your vibration and be drawn to you in the physical realm. However, when we align with lower vibrational timelines, meaning we are experiencing manifested physical realities that are a bit disconnected from who we are on a soul level, where a lot of our reality feels dissonant or not really in alignment with our soul, it's very possible to entangle with a lot of, karmic relationships or so-called lessons, people who, yes, serve a spiritual purpose in our life, but are not connected to us on a deeper soul level, meaning they aren't part of our soul family. They don't share a similar core soul frequency. But that doesn't mean that they don't have a spiritual purpose. In fact, many of these karmics that we entangle with on lower timelines actually enter our lives on these lower timelines to teach us specific lessons, to help us shift our energy in certain ways that allow us to align with higher timelines. The thing about these karmic entanglements is that when the lesson is learned, these individuals will naturally fade out of our lives. Now, where things become really difficult here is when we actually shift or alter our vibration, especially when we shift to a higher level. People and things around us that are not capable of coming with us to that new timeline will react. They will almost start to eject us out of that current reality, out of that past timeline. That is why sometimes when you start to become a more confident or powerful version of yourself, you'll notice that certain people around you, even people that you may have thought were friends or that you may have thought really cared about you and supported you, may suddenly become triggered or project fear onto you. This is because on a subconscious level, they are sensing that you are shifting onto a timeline where they may not be able to follow you. So let's circle back to the number one way to tell if someone is really connected to you on a deep soul level. If you want to know for sure, all you must do, I make it sound simple, but it's really not so simple. But what you must do is give yourself permission to become the best version of yourself, the happiest, most expressive, most confident, most authentic, most full-blown version of you. And in the process of becoming that person, I would say even just the simple affirmation of that within yourself, affirming that within yourself, making that determination to become that person, beginning to visualize yourself into that person, you will notice people immediately starting to react to you in different ways. This is not for the faint of heart. Do not do this unless you are ready for people to truly reveal themselves to you. Because once you start to become this higher version of yourself or shift onto a higher timeline, the people and things who aren't really connected to you on a soul level, on a deeper level, will start to become very triggered by that happier, more confident, more empowered version of you. This is the best form of a boundary, so to speak, in relationships. We hear a lot of conversation about setting boundaries in terms of consciously letting people know what we are willing to do and how we are willing to interact with them and how we are not. But the best form of boundaries in relationships are decisions that we make internally and energetically within ourselves that automatically set up these energy boundaries. So essentially, when you set the tone energetically within yourself by affirming, I am going to become the best version of myself, whatever that looks like for you, the version of yourself that is the happiest, the most successful, the most abundant. And again, we all define those things in personal, unique ways. So take it however it connects for you. But as you start envisioning yourself into that person, stepping into that identity in conscious ways, notice who reacts to it and how. Because the people who are truly connected with you on a soul level will support you becoming a more powerful version of yourself, aligning with a higher timeline for themselves, because subconsciously they know that there is a deeper soul connection between you and that they're going to be able to follow you to that higher timeline. In the reverse of this, people who are subconsciously aware that their connection with you is more superficial, less based in the soul, and they subconsciously know that when you shift into a higher version of yourself, they aren't going to be able to necessarily connect with you there in the same way. They know that subconsciously. So someone who does not have that deeper soul connection with you will start to feel very triggered. They may try to discourage you. They may try to project fear onto you. They may try to pull you down or start to react very negatively about you. They may even, without even realizing they're doing it, sometimes this is completely subconscious. They may not even know. This is the part that truly makes this a spiritual revelation process that's almost mystical, because often you will notice that the people that react in these ways, they may not even know the moves you're making behind the scenes. They may not even know how you're choosing to uplevel your life, how you're choosing to shift your mindset, that you've decided to become this better version of yourself. They may not even see that visibly, but they'll sense a shift in your energy through the quantum field, and they will react to you negatively. Again, sometimes this even looks like these individuals generating conflict out of nowhere. So they may suddenly start to create tension or start arguments with you, almost like they're trying to distract you from this new resolve that you formed within yourself to shift to a higher timeline. And in a subconscious spiritual sense, they are trying to distract you from doing that because they don't want to lose you on this timeline. So maybe this video, which is kind of a strange message, but maybe it came through for someone because you've recently shifted to a higher timeline and you've noticed people reacting to you in this way, or you've decided to better yourself or shift onto a different timeline and this is happening. If that is the case, let this be your sign to keep going, because the fact that people who can't connect with you on that deeper soul level are subconsciously triggered by you means that you actually are shifting in a massive way, that your life is about to level up in all aspects and areas. So I hope this video provides you with the encouragement to keep going. If you do want further assistance with really locking in the frequency of this higher timeline that you're shifting to, if you really want to shift into your highest vibrational timeline, really using the subconscious mind as a portal for that shift, because the subconscious does control 95% of our thoughts, actions, and outcomes, then I really recommend my highest vibrational timeline Subliminal from my Subliminals app, Sound and Soulful. I started using this Subliminal personally a few weeks ago, and I know many of you have been commenting that you've noticed shifts in the content, or that I've been creating more content, or there's been this shift on the channel just in the last few weeks. And I really attribute this to meditating with this highest vibrational timeline Subliminal on a daily basis. And I know many of you have been using it as well and leaving comments about your experiences with it. So if you don't yet have the app, then I will be leaving a link to download it underneath the video. When you do create a free trial account in the app, you get access to more than 130 subliminals I've created for all areas of life, for love, relationships, soul connections, manifestation, mood, mindset, money, and so much more. And you can listen to any of them in 10 different background sound options. You can also create your own custom private playlists within the app and read the affirmations while you're listening. Subliminals are my personal favorite manifestation tool because I've seen more results with them than any other manifestation technique I've tried, and they work so effectively because they're working with your subconscious mind, which again really is the majority of your energetic field. So all of that information to get the app is below. If I resonate with you, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself, and let me know in the comments, have you had this experience of bettering yourself, shifting to a higher timeline, and noticing certain people reacting in surprising or unusual ways? So I hope this video helped you. I hope it encouraged you along your journey. I'm sending you so much love, and I will connect with you here again in the next video.